Hi, in this video, we're going to talk all about water in El Paso. Hi, welcome to Living in El Paso, Texas. My name is John Pena. I'm a real estate agent with eXp, and on this channel we talk all things El Paso, eat, sleep, work, play. If that's the kind of information that you're interested in, please consider subscribing to the channel. Click the notification bell so that you are notified when new videos come out. And in this episode, we're going to talk about water. On a bigger level, we're going to talk about water as in where does our water come from in El Paso, and I'm going to certainly do another video, I'm sure, on this topic. And then on a smaller level, we're going to talk about water as it relates to, inside of your home, as far as your drinking water and the water that you use to shower and bathe with. Because here in El Paso, we have hard water. So I had the great pleasure of meeting and working with a gentleman named Josh Garcia, who we're going to feature here shortly. And Josh owns Garcia Water Care, and he put in a water softener for us in our home recently. And so we're going to kind of showcase what that experience was like, some of the ins and outs of putting in a system. So hopefully you're going to find this information valuable. We certainly have noticed a really big difference in our water, and we are so excited to have Josh. We also want to start introducing a segment into the channel where we can focus and showcase local businesses, small businesses here in El Paso. As you can imagine, with COVID and everything, we want to certainly do our part to help other people out. So that's what this video is hopefully going to do. If you are considering a water softener, we will make sure that Josh's information is in the description below. This is a little bit more of a broad question. But as somebody here, myself, who's new to El Paso, I'm always kind of curious about where water comes from. I lived on Lake Michigan, and it was pretty obvious where we were getting our fresh water. But here in a desert, quite honestly, I don't exactly know where our water comes from. So
that's a great question. You know what? You brought out a very good point. El Paso is a desert. We have a very dry climate here. We get less than 2 inches of rainfall a year. So you figure, where's our water coming from? We have two big bolsons of water, which is the Mesilla Bolson and the Hueco Bolson. That's where we get a lot of water. We share that with Mexico. Now that water gets filled up. we're at the bottom of the hill here. So it's coming up from the Colorado. So by the time it gets here, it's bringing in a whole lot of stuff in the water. That's something that's a challenge that we have to overcome. Now, one thing that I do want to address is that here in El Paso, we have a retreatment cycle, a retreatment system. Now, this is something that, from a science perspective, it's a breakthrough. There's only a handful of these in the US. So in the desert, being able to provide water for all this entire city, yeah, that's a huge challenge, but El Paso effectively does it. They retreat the water, they get the water, they make sure that it goes through a very good process to make sure it's as clean as possible when it comes back to you. That way we can make sure that the water stays in, we have enough water, and the thing is that El Paso is growing, a lot of people are moving here, so we're making plans to adjust for everyone coming in. We welcome everyone to this beautiful city of El Paso. We welcome you guys to come in, and we're ready for you guys. So when you guys come in, give us a call, Garcia Water Care, and we'll help you out. Hello everybody, my name is Josh Garcia. I'm the owner of Garcia Water Care here in El Paso, Texas. And if you're thinking about moving to El Paso, there's plenty of reasons. It's a beautiful city, there's beautiful people, there's beautiful scenery, beautiful mountains. You know what? We got the best sunset. So if you're planning to move to El Paso, the one thing I want to share, a lot of people get surprised with the quality of the water. It's not that it's bad quality of water. What happens is there's a lot of calcium in our water here in El Paso. The EPA uses a graph from 1 to 10 showing how hard your water is, and it's used in grains per gallon. El Paso, we are constantly between 11 and 14 grains per gallon, which means that we're literally off the charts. So if you move to El Paso, you want to be aware of the water, contact us here at Garcia Water Care because we care about our water and we can help you get into the right water softener. So here we have a Puronics water softener. Garcia Water Care, we're authorized dealers for Puronics here in El Paso. Now, Puronics is a name brand that's been picking up, it's growing, and there's a few reasons why you'd want to invest into a Puronics system. Now, the first reason being, first of all of these systems are made in the USA. Whereas some other companies and the manufacturers, they might be purchasing from cheaper products in China, Puronics actually, as last year, we're selling to China. So remember to always support local. Now, another thing behind a Puronics product is the warranty. You're gonna have a 25-year limited warranty. So anything goes wrong with the machine, internal media, anything inside, it's gonna be covered because everything's gonna be submitted under warranty. Now, another perk to this is that if you're looking for a system that doesn't need a whole lot of maintenance, this system right here is actually gonna give you 2 million gallons certified to do that before you need to do any type of media change. So if you're looking for a system you can plug in and just enjoy without having to worry about maintenance, the Puronics lineup is the one for you. Of course, if you have any questions, contact us here at Garcia Water Care, where we care about our water.
Okay, so we're continuing our conversation here, and just to really kind of help people understand exactly what hard water is, how would you describe hot water to folks?
So, all right, so when you think hard water, I don't want you to think something that's necessarily bad, okay? Here in El Paso, we have a lot of calcium in our water, which contributes to the water hardness. Now, the water hardness, what happens is that calcium buildup, you're gonna see it on your faucets, you'll see it on your shower heads, and since here in El Paso, we're much higher in hardness than anywhere else, it's gonna build up very quickly. Now, that's not anything bad for your health. Calcium is actually something that's good. Some people take calcium for their bones. So we're gonna be taking that out because it's kind of a headache. Another thing is that you're gonna feel it. Now on your body, your hair, that calcium does stick to that, so it's gonna over dry. That combined with a little bit of chlorine in the water to disinfect, that doesn't give you something that's gonna be the best for your skin. So that water hardness, if you wanna protect your house, you wanna eliminate. This machine right here, as the water processes through, it stops all the calcium, and every 7 to 10 days, it's actually gonna spit all that calcium into the drain, so it bypasses your house. So you're not gonna have any more calcium going into your house. Now, these are certified to reduce the hardness under 1 grain per gallon, which is amazing. Here in El Paso, we're over 10, we're about 11 to 14. So this is gonna produce very soft water for at least the next 20 to 25 years before needing any maintenance.
That's awesome. And you just said it doesn't really need any maintenance. So once you guys install the unit and everything's ready to go, it's pretty much just sit back, and then this thing behind you, what is this?
This is gonna be your salt tank. So this system right here, it's a salt-based system. And that's a great question you asked. There are salt-free systems and salt-based systems. Now, here in El Paso, we recommend a system that uses salt. These are more aggressive. If you go with a system that does not use salt, the one benefit is obviously you don't have to get the salt, but what happens is that they don't work that well, because like we mentioned before, El Paso's water is very hard. If you live in an area where the hardness is pretty average, yeah, salt-free will probably work. Here in El Paso, the people that have gotten that, out of my experience, they complain about the smell, and they complain that they still have calcium buildup. So you want to invest into something that uses salt. Now, one thing I wanted to clarify, some people think, well, I don't want salt in my water. I wanted to clarify, this is not for your water. This salt cleans the system. So the calcium gets stuck to the system because it traps it kind of like a magnet. What the salt does, it gives that negative charge back and releases the calcium, goes to the drain, and right here we actually have it in the home's runoff, so it goes straight back to the city.
Perfect. It's best for me if you're not here. I left my heart, exchanged it for fear. I thought it'd be a quick detour, and man, I felt so sure. It's best for me, I've come to see, if I may tell the darkest seas. I have realized it's not about me, and man, I felt so sure. I couldn't be more sure of anything at all. I couldn't ask much more of the lessons I've been dealt. No doubt they were handpicked with love right off the shelf. And man, I felt